Today we have 4 exciting recipes to show you guys. We're gonna do chicken empanadas, chicken tacos, applesauce pancakes, and rainbow Rice Krispie treats. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brown some onions. And so we're gonna take about a tablespoon of oil. We recommend canola oil. You're gonna put that in your pan and allow it to heat up. After you have your oil in the pan, you're gonna take half a cup of white chopped onion and mix it into the oil. And from here, you're gonna let the onions cook in the oil until they're like a lighter brown color. The other ingredients we have include tomato paste, minced/chopped garlic, 1 clove, half a cup of yellow bell pepper. Our seasonings, we have oregano and cumin. We're also gonna use salt, but that's kind of to the side right now. And then we have ground chicken. While your onions are browning, you kind of play around with them a little bit to make sure they don't get stuck to the pan or cook unevenly. Once your onions have cooked a little bit, you're gonna add in your half cup of bell pepper and allow that to saute with the onions as well. This process will take about 6 to 8 minutes, just depending on how soft you want them. As you may be able to see, we're kind of doubling the recipe or adding 2 sets of onions or 2 sets of bell peppers because we're gonna use the same meat filling for our taco recipe we're gonna show you later. You're also gonna need to turn on your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit because after we stuff everything into the empanada dough, we're gonna wanna cook them afterwards. As you can see, our onions are kind of turning a little bit brown, which is exactly what we wanna see. Once your vegetables kind of look like this in the pan, we are next gonna add the meat, our ground chicken, and then our seasonings. So for one recipe, for one batch of the empanadas or one recipe of the tacos, you're going to use 1 package of the ground chicken. And you're going to brown that meat until it's fully cooked all the way through. While our meat is starting to cook, we're next going to add our seasonings, which are going to be our minced garlic we mentioned earlier, a little bit of salt, cumin, and oregano. So we're adding in our garlic now, which is 1 clove. We're gonna add in our salt, which is 1/4 a teaspoon. Now the recipe technically calls for 1/4 a teaspoon of the cumin, of the ground cumin and the ground oregano as well, or the oregano leaves. I say measure it with your heart, add as much as you want to help season the meat. And then our oregano leaves. And then we're gonna mix everything together. Don't let the color influence you. It actually will taste very good once the full product is done. And because we're kind of gonna separate the filling we make our empanadas, we wanna make it so it's not all kind of clumped together, if that makes sense. So definitely play with the meat while you're cooking it, kind of spread things out a little bit, make the meat ball texture kind of fine. You don't want things sticking together. It's looking like our meat is pretty cooked through. So once our meat is fully cooked through, we're going to turn off the stove and then we're gonna add in our tomato paste. Okay, and for our tomato paste, we are going to add 1 tablespoon. Okay, and we're gonna mix that all in with our cooked chicken. As you can see, it's not giving a incredibly loud red color to the meat, only a little bit. That's kind of what you want. You don't want to overdo with the tomato. We are going to work on our chicken tacos while our chicken for the empanadas cools down. And so if you're keeping along with everything else, it's the same exact chicken recipe we're using. We're just putting it in taco shells. These are hard corn taco shells that we are using. We have sour cream, we have lettuce. If you wanted to add something spicy, like a jalapeno, you could do that as well. Just want to stay away from like tomato products, so like any kind of tomatoes or salsas or things like that. And it's super easy to make a taco. You take your shell and you put however much meat you want inside of it. I think this looks pretty good. It's about 1 scoopful of our meat